Ladies and gentlemen, ducks and drakes, gather round. Today, we're diving into the wacky world of ethics. Ever wondered what makes a good duck? Is it following rules, having a quacktastic character, or just making sure the pond stays peaceful? Buckle up, because we're about to find out. Deontological ethics, where rules rule. Imagine you're a duck with a strict schedule. Wake up, quack at the sunrise, and never ever steal another duck's bread. Why? Because rules are rules, and they keep our feathers unruffled. Virtue ethics. It's all about being the best duck you can be. Want to be known as the kindest, wisest duck in the pond? Then focus on being virtuous. Help your fellow ducks, be patient with the ducklings, and always, always waddle with pride. Consequentialist ethics. The ends justify the quacks. If stealing bread means saving your duckling squad, then grab that loaf and paddle like there's no tomorrow. It's about making the pond a better place, no matter what it takes. First up, deontological ethics. This is all about rules and duties. Imagine you're a duck with a strict schedule. Wake up, swim in the pond, quack at the sunrise, and waddle around for a bit. Deontologists would say you've got to stick to that schedule no matter what. Rules are rules. It's like the duck equivalent of never crossing the street unless the light is green, even if there's no traffic for miles. You follow the rules because they're the rules, not because of what happens when you do. Think of it this way. If you're a deontologist duck, you never steal bread from another duck's bill because it's just plain wrong, not because you might get caught. Even if that bread is the fluffiest, most delicious piece you've ever seen, you waddle on by because integrity and rules are what matter most. Next, we've got virtue ethics. This one's about being the best duck you can be. It's not just about what you do, but who you are. Virtue ethics says, what kind of duck do you want to be? A courageous duck? A kind duck? Maybe even a wise old duck who's seen a few ponds in their day. It's all about cultivating good habits and being virtuous for the sake of virtue itself. So if you're a virtue ethics duck, you don't steal that bread because you're an honest and kind duck. You help your fellow ducks because generosity is in your nature. You practice patience when teaching ducklings how to swim because you value being a good mentor. It's not about the rules or the outcomes, but about developing a quacktastic character. Finally, we land on consequentialist ethics. Here, it's all about the outcomes. The end justifies the means, folks. If stealing that bread means you and your duckling squad survive another day, then grab that loaf and paddle like there's no tomorrow. Consequentialists focus on the greatest good for the greatest number. It's like duck utilitarianism. Maximize the happiness, minimize the suffering, and don't worry too much about how you get there. If you're a consequentialist duck, you might break a few pond rules if it means saving the flock from a hungry fox. It's all about the big picture. Sure, you ruffled a few feathers along the way, but if the pond is a safer place because of it, you've done your job. So, there you have it. Deontological ethics, virtue ethics, and consequentialist ethics, all through the lens of a humble duck. Remember, whether you're a rule-following duck, a virtuous duck, or a consequence-calculating duck, the pond is big enough for all of us. Just keep swimming, keep quacking, and try to be the best duck you can be. And if all else fails, just ask yourself, what would a wise, virtuous, and slightly consequentialist duck do? Quack on, my friends, quack on. And that's a wrap on our dive into the ducky depths of ethics. I hope you had as much fun as I did waddling through the world of deontological, virtue, and consequentialist ethics. Remember, folks, ethics isn't just for philosophers. It's for ducks like us, too. I want to thank you all for tuning in and quacking along. Your support keeps our pond thriving. If you enjoyed today's episode, please give us a thumbs up, share it with your fellow ducks, and subscribe for more quacktastic content. We'd love to hear from you. Have thoughts, questions, or just want to share your favorite ethical dilemma? Drop us a line at echoduckai@gmail.com. That's echoduckai@gmail.com. Your feedback helps us make each episode better and keeps the conversation flowing. Stay ethical, stay awesome, and until next time, quack on.